Sunday night Yard Dog baseball action coming at you from the friendly confines of Travis Field. The Yard Dogs riding a 2-game win streak, finish off their 4-game set with one more ball game here at Travis Field before another road trip. Looking to take the series against the Meridian Blues. You'll catch all the action right here on the Bryan Yard Dogs Baseball Network. Welcome in, everyone. Nick Savage here with you. Will Fain alongside me, and Will coming off that 9-5 win last night. A well-pitched ball game, well defended in the later stages of it for the Yard Dogs. What are you looking for from the home team here tonight to win this series against the Blues?
I'd say a lot of what we saw last night, hitters taking advantage of their counts, working the counts, making sure the pitchers for the Meridian Blues, a lot of full counts, couple free bases here and there, timely hits to score some runs. And I'm looking for Sean Howell to have a great night on the mound. I was talking to him a little bit pregame. I know his grandpa's out there watching tonight, so we're looking for him to have a great game tonight.
Absolutely. Sean Howell, the right-hander out of Texas A&M Kingsville, making his 4th start here tonight. He's 1-1 with a 3.21 ERA, 14 innings pitched, a 1.64 whip for him. Tall, lanky right-hander will face the Meridian Blues, who got off to a quick start last night, I should say. They scored a run in the top of the first, 2 runs in the 4th, then played it a few more later on in the 9-5 loss yesterday evening. So we'll see if Howell can get out to a good start. It'll be Sandres Hernandez, Kieran Coleman, and Mason McMillan for the Blues here in the top of the first. Head coach Mickey Callaway making a few changes to the starting 9 tonight, as Sandres Hernandez will stroll to the plate. Last night he was 1 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. It'll be a righty-righty matchup to lead things off here on a Sunday night, as we'll get started an hour earlier than we normally do, always on Sunday, 6:05. First pitch as Howell is set at the letters. And the first pitch of the ball game comes home, and it's in there, called strike 1 as Hernandez shows bunt and pulls it back. Oh, 1. Fastball runs high, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez, 325 hitter here in his 12th game of the season. 7 RBIs for him, 12 runs scored, 4 stolen bases. 1-1 pitch is fouled off for strike 2. It'll be Josue Encarnacion in right field. In center, Landon Bailey, and in left, it's Nicholas Brainerd. Get you the infield defense after this pitch. Hernandez lines this one to Menchaca at short. He fields on a hop over to first, and it's in time to retire. Hernandez one away here in the top of the first. It's the fan favorite Jason Guerrero at first base. Over at second, it's Jake Wiley. Shortstop, he just got his first play of the night. It's Tristan Menchaca, and at third, it is Braden Reynolds. Behind the plate tonight for the Yard Dogs, it's Luis De La Cueva. Kieran Coleman, the shortstop for Meridian, digs in. Another righty-righty matchup here. First pitch misses for ball 1.
And like we talked about last night, that left side of the infield, very strong on defense.
They did play well, especially Braden Reynolds over at third base, the hot corner. He had several deep throws he had to make on the edge of the infield, and he was able to make those plays. We'll see if he can do so once again. Coleman 0 for 5 last night. He scored a run. Reached on an error. 2-0 fastball pulled down and away. It's a 3-0 count here to Kieran Coleman. Only one left-handed bat in the lineup for the field manager, Mickey Callaway. And that's the 9-hole hitter, Isaiah Charles. 3-0 fastball in there, called strike 1. Always out of the stretch is Howell. He comes set from the third base side of the rubber. The 3-1 to Coleman. That one just misses off the plate away. So a one-out walk here in the top of the first. Coleman is aboard for Mason McMillan, the third baseman for the Blues.
Up to that, number 23, Mason McMillan.
McMillan did not play last night. First pitch. Broken bat, grounded to third. He'll go to second for one, and a back to first, not in time, as Guerrero tried to make the stretch, but couldn't complete the 5-4-3 double play. So just the out at second. Lead runner is retired. Mason McMillan will reach on the fielder's choice. And it's Ryan Ratajczyk, the first baseman. Ratajczyk, 244 average coming into this one tonight. He's got 10 hits on the season, 2 doubles. Takes a breaking ball in there called strike one. Same umpires we saw last night. Argan Dodds behind home plate, calling balls and strikes. Neil Sanger in the field. 0-1 sent to the right side, backhanded by Guerrero. Pretty play over at first, and that will do it. In the top half of the first inning, Sean Howell allows a one-out walk, but nothing more as we go to the bottom of the first. Yard Dogs coming to the plate for the first time. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Bottom of the first we go at Travis Field. Yard Dogs coming to the plate for the first time tonight, and it's going to be Tristan Menchaca, Landon Bailey, and Aubrey Reed. 1-2-3 due up. Give you the rest of the starting 9 here in just 1 second, as it's John David Toomey on the mound, the lefty for Meridian. First pitch misses away to Menchaca for ball 1. Menchaca swinging, sent to right field. Over is Brunitz, and in right, he'll make the catch for out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out for Toomey. Landon Bailey now to the plate, the Yard Dog center fielder. Bailey comes into this one and takes strike one. Bailey batting .226 in his 9th game here tonight. Oh, 1 swing and sends it over to the Yard Dog bullpen. And it's quickly an 0-2 count here to Bailey.
Kind of like yesterday, you're going to have to put the ball on the ground. That ball is going to die out there in the outfield.
0-2, good breaking ball, lands in there, called strike 3, and Bailey knew it. So 3-pitch strikeout for John David Toomey. First strikeout of the night, quickly 2 down in the bottom of the 1st. And now Aubrey Reed, the DH. Reed hitting .321, 9 hits on the year, 3 RBIs. Lefty-righty matchup, and Toomey landing that breaking ball early here. He jumps ahead of Reed, 0-1. This one fouled off down the third baseline. Giving it a look is McMillan, but it's going to drift into the party deck.
And that was your First Financial foul ball.
.02 on the way. Looping breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. One-two, chop back up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Coleman. He throws on the run, not in time, as Aubrey Reed beats that one out for an infield single. So 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the 1st for the Yard Dogs. That'll bring Braden Reynolds to the plate. Reynolds last night 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, walked twice.
He had one of those singles there in that 5-run inning.
First pitch to Reynolds lands inside for ball 1. One-0, sent deep to left field. Giving a look is Tejada Jr., but that one's going to drift foul. One. That one misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one skied into right field. Brunitz coming in. Makes a catch for out number 3. So the Yard Dogs get a 2-out single in the bottom of the 1st. Can't do anything with it. And that will do it for the home team threat as we go to the 2nd. No score between Meridian and Bryan. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. We're back, folks. Thank you for hanging with us through the technical difficulties, making sure we get you the best picture quality and all that good stuff. We're in the bottom of the second, and Jake Wiley running out at second base right now. Reached on an error by the shortstop, stole second. Jason Guerrero just fouled out to the first baseman, and right now Josue Encarnacion, the right fielder for the Yard Dogs, standing in with one out in the bottom of the second. No score between Meridian and Bryan. It's John David Toomey still out on the mound for Meridian, and it's a 2-1 count here to Encarnacion. There's a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Howell in the top of the second. Got Jace Christian to fly out to center. Miguel Tejada Jr. grounded out to short. And Cody Whitlock struck out to end the inning. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Encarnacion. There goes the runner. Encarnacion swings and misses, and the throw down not nearly in time. Jake Wiley seals his second bag on this trip around the bases. And now first run of the ball game stands 90 feet away for the Yard Dogs. That throw from Whitlock almost went into left field. Not really would have brought home Jake Wiley, but instead he runs at third, and that one's going to run in and get Encarnacion, hit by pitch, so there'll be runners at the corners, one out here in the bottom of the second for the Yard Dogs. And it's Luis de la Cueva, the catcher, now batting. De la Cueva coming into this one, hitting at 143, starting his third game here this season. He's got 2 hits on the year. Big spot for him here early in this one. He swings and misses at the looping breaking ball from John David Toomey. He's behind 0-1. Southpaw delivers the 0-1 pitch, and it misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out here on a...
You thinking about stealing second here to get rid of the double play ball?
Well, we saw that last night. We saw the Yard Dogs pull that off last night with a runner over at third. As 1-1 bounces in there, gets away from Whitlock. Here comes Wiley, and he will walk in home. Encarnacion moves up to second, and the Yard Dogs jump out to a 1-0 lead on the pass ball. Don't need to think about it now, do you?
Not anymore.
Will. So Yard Dogs take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. And it's a 2-1 count here to Luis de la Cueva, the catcher for Bryan. Josue Encarnacion now runs at second. Next offering, this one's driven to left field. Back is Tejada Jr., but he's got it lined up just in front of the warning track for out number 2. Now the 9-hole hitter, Luis Brainerd, will bat now.
Left fielder from Ontario College, number 13, Nicholas Brainerd.
Brainerd got the start last night. And in the 9-5 Yard Dog win, Brainerd was 1 for 2, had 2 RBIs.
It's really nice to see the offense strike first tonight rather than last night when they
Yeah,
were in that
definitely.
2-0 hole.
If I recall correctly, in that first homestand here at Travis Field, that was happening quite frequently. There goes Encarnacion. He'll swipe third base. Good jump by Josue there to put himself 90 feet away here with 2 outs.
Third stolen base of the inning as well.
Yard Dogs getting active on the base paths early here. Coming into the game tonight, they had 17 as a team, now up to 20. The 0-1 pitch fouled off, and now Brainerd behind of John David Toomey here, 0-2. Toomey out of the windup. 0-2 to Brainerd. Breaking ball misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One two's driven down the left field line to out a junior on the run, and what a running catch he makes towards the corner, and he's going to get Meridian out of the inning with just the 1 run home, but that would have scored Encarnacion no problem. But instead, just a 1 run. Yard Dogs jump out to a 1-0 lead. We go to the top of the 3rd. You're watching Yard Dog Baseball. Nothing going to the top of the 3rd out at Travis Field on a Sunday night. Nick Savage, Will Fain with you here on the Bryan Yard Dogs YouTube channel. Once again, thank you for sticking with us through those technical difficulties. Again, we want to bring you the best quality broadcast we can bring you, so appreciate your patience. It's 1-0, top of the 3rd, and Sean Howell back out onto the mound after his 1-2-3 top of the 2nd. Looking for much of the same here. He lands the first pitch to Ryan Brunetz in there for strike 1. Brunetz came into the game last night as a defensive replacement. Did get a couple at bats. He walked both times. He's got an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike. On 1 pitch. Slider lands in there from Howell, and he's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Again, Howell making his 4th start of the season. Got some pretty impressive numbers so far through 14 innings pitched. And picks up his 2nd strikeout here. He challenges Brunetz with an elevated fastball, and he swings right underneath it for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd.
Really impressive stuff tonight from Howell.
Here's Isaiah Charles. Charles got the start last night for Coach Mickey Callaway. Picked up a base knock and an RBI. Righty-lefty matchup, the lone left-handed bat in the lineup for the Blues tonight. Comes into this game tonight, batting an even 200. Limited sample size, though, playing in his 3rd game of the season here tonight. 1-1, just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Blues and Bryan both 6-8 coming into their 15th game of the year. Both of them 5 games out of first place. 2-1s cut on and miss. Looked like a changeup from Howell. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's really been locating some of these pitches very well tonight.
Absolutely.
That slider and that breaking ball.
See if he can land another one here. 2-2 to Charles. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts of Ryan Brunettes and Isaiah Charles. There's 2 down here in the top of the third. Back to the top of the order.
Number 13, Sanders Hernandez.
Andres Hernandez, center fielder, will dig in for the second time tonight. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to short his first time up. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch comes home. Misses low for ball 1.
I've got Sean at 30 pitches and 21 of those being strikes so far.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's efficient work right there. That's where you want to live as a pitcher, especially for a squad that has struggled at times finding the strike zone. Done a good job here today has Sean Howell. And as we say that, he falls behind 3-0.
Our announcer jinx is back to bite us again.
Howell will take his time climbing back onto the rubber here. He's set to go now with the glove set just below the letters. 3-0, auto take. And that one clips the outside corner. Howell up to 12 strikeouts on the season now. 3-1. Breaking ball lands in there. Pretty pitch from Howell on a 3-1 count to go off speed and get in the kitchen. It's Andres Hernandez. He's run it full with 2 outs here, nobody on in the top of the third. Chopped foul at the plate. Hernandez, I believe, might have fouled it off that front foot, so we'll take a second here and shake that one off.
Way to battle back after a 3-0 hole.
Sean Howell ready with another one. Here comes. In on the hands, popped up on the infield, lands in no man's land, and Howell was the only one that really had to play at it. But, I mean, just absolutely perfect placement as Howell had to come off the mound and try to field that one. So it's an infield single for Sandres Hernandez.
Now batting number 19, Kieran Coleman.
Yeah, that was just hitting the perfect spot.
So here's Kieran Coleman, walked his first time up. Runner over at first, 2 outs. The top of the third, 1-0 Yard Dog lead. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch coming home to Coleman. Fastball down the heart of the plate, fouls it off. A 1 offering. Runs high. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball over the head of Coleman. He ducks out of the way of it. Evens the count, 2 balls, 1 strike, or takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike, excuse me. Bryan wearing their home whites, Yard Dogs across the front of the jersey. New white caps that debuted yesterday, here at home at least, with the navy blue Bills. 2-1's a slider that lands on the outer edge. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Sean Howell a pitch away from working out of it. Howell out of the stretch, he's ready. 2-2 to Coleman. Check swing, he went around, says home plate umpire Argan Dodds, and that'll do it in the top of the third. 3 strikeouts for Sean Howell as he strands the runner over at first base. Yard Dog offense coming back to work on the other side. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Yard Dogs lead, bottom of the third out at Travis Field. Game 4 of this 4-game set between these two. Meridian took game 1 in Meridian, Mississippi. Then the Yard Dogs battled back to win the next 2. Yard Dogs looking to clinch a series win other than a sweep. They can get it done tonight. Leading off for the Yard Dogs is Tristan Menchaca, the shortstop. He fouls off the first pitch. He sees. He's behind 0-1. It's Landon Bailey, Aubrey Reed due up in this frame. Oh, 1. This is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And another win would just help them in the standings.
Absolutely, that would move them to 7 and 8. Right now sitting in 3rd in the standings. 1-1. Skied into left center field. Tejada Jr. and Hernandez come together, but it's Tejada Jr., the left fielder, making the call in the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Landon Bailey. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. And Will, we were talking about it. We brought it up last night. I think we were kind of unsure what the playoff format would be because I had heard a few things, but we got confirmation today. It will be the top 4 teams that make the playoffs as the first pitch to Bailey is swung on and missed. The 1 seed and the 4 seed will play. The 2 seed and the 3 seed will play in the first round, and it's just a 1-game wild card, if you will, to advance to the championship series. 0-1 sent into center field sky high. Hernandez doesn't have to move a step into his glove for out number 2. Now Aubrey Reed, back 2 outs. Nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the winner of those 2 wild card first round series advance to the championship series. It'll be a best of 3. First pitch swinging up and in. Reed down 0-1. So as it sits right now with plenty of season to go, Nacogdoches and Bryan would play in the first round. Fort Scott and Meridian would play in the first round. Beaumont, Piney Woods on the outside looking in.
And I don't think Bryan has played Nacogdoches quite yet, but I think that is coming up. I want to say later in July.
1-1. Looping breaking ball misses high.
Yeah, that would be that July 4th weekend is when we would play Nacogdoches.
2-1 swung on and fouled into the mitt of Whitlock. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Toomey trying to work a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-2. Chopped foul over toward the Yard Dog dugout. And next up for the Yard Dogs, they'll get Monday off and head to face the Piney Wood Timber Hogs for a 3-game set. 2-2 lifted into left field. Tejada Jr. all over it. Puts it away, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for John David Toomey. We'll get you the rest of the Yard Dog upcoming schedule. After the break, we're through 3, 1-0 Yard Dog lead over Meridian. Come on back. This is Bryan, Yard Dog Baseball. Welcome back to Travis Field, 1-0, top of the fourth. Yard Dogs over the Blues. Nick Savage, Will Fain with you here on the Bryan Yard Dog YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out with us on a fine Sunday evening. Sean Howell back to the mound to face Mason McMillan to lead off the top of the fourth. He takes ball one up and in. Ryan Ratajczyk, first baseman, stands on deck. Jace Christian in the hole for the Blues this inning. 1-0, in on the hands, popped up left side of the infield, and it's going to get out of play. Right on top of the bleachers here, as you heard, I'm sure. One, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the Blues third baseman. 2-1's fouled back, so that'll take the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Sean Howell.
Even have some nice cool weather tonight here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it really hasn't been, you know, normally once summer ball starts up, it's like the sun knows and it kicked up a gear in terms of temperature, but I guess the games we have played here, weather's been a factor, or at least in the area, not a factor. So it's helped keep things cool, but we're not complaining.
Couple rainstorms here and there, but
yeah. McMillan fouls this one off. It's going to get out of play once again. He's got a 3-2 count here to lead off the top of the fourth. Payoff pitch. McMillan lines this one deep to left field. That sends Brainerd on his horse at the wall, and he makes the catch. Deep drive by McMillan, but not enough as Brainerd was able to run it down. There's one down here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting number 28, Ryan Ratajczyk.
Ryan Ratajczyk, first baseman for the Blues. Grounded out to first, his first time up. We're going through that schedule, upcoming schedule, I should say, for the Yard Dogs.
Another long road trip ahead.
Yeah, another long road trip. You'll notice that as we move throughout the summer. First pitch to Ratajczyk lands in there, called strike one. Yard Dogs opened up the season with a 7-game homestand, then hit the road for about 5 games. Quickly home for 2 more here on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll hit the road again. Again, I mentioned last inning, 3 games at Piney Woods, then they'll go to Fort Scott for 3, to Beaumont for 3, then back home here on Friday the 19th. So more than 10 days away from Travis Field. Oh, 2, foul down the first base line. It'll get over the fence. There's a stretch from late June to middle of July where we're going to have, I think it's 14 games in 16 days or something.
I think so.
At Travis Field. So you'll get your fix, that's for sure. Z02 comes home. This one grounded to the third baseman off the heel of the glove for Reynolds. He collects in foul territory, and Reynolds knows how to show off the arm. Does it once more here as he will get Ratajczyk on the 5-3 ground out. There's 2 down with nobody on in the top of the fourth.
Up to that, number 25, Jace Christian.
He did that a few times last night as well. Very impressive left side of the infield here.
Here's Jace Christian. First pitch to him, fastball outer half, called strike one. Christian flew out to center his first time up. Me and you get to watch the stream a little delayed, so we'll see if we can get a replay here. Oh, the play was just out of frame in foul territory, but it was an impressive play by Braden Reynolds. He's starting to shine as one of the premier defenders on this Yard Dog squad. 1-1 misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. to Jace Christian here. Righty-righty matchup. Big deep breath from Sean Howell. Delivers home a good breaking ball. Lands on the inner half. Had Jace Christian backing out of there. And that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two. Fouled back.
That one was a little close to the top of the net. I got a little worried there.
There's no way a ball makes it into this press box.
There's a chance.
No, I will put a lot of money that we will never get one. 2-2, looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Fastball, where was that? Ball 3, says home plate umpire Argan Dodds. So count is run full here to Jace Christian, the the second baseman for the Blues. Sean Howell set the payoff. Fastball fouled off. Good battle here between Christian and Howell. Another 3-2. Taken low, and Jace Christian will win this battle. He draws a 2-out walk here in the top of the 4th to keep the Blues inning alive. Now Miguel Tejada Jr., the left fielder.
I've got Sean here at 60 pitches and 40 of those being strikes. So even with a few walks, still overall a good day.
Issued 2 walks so far, 4 strikeouts on the evening. Good life to that slider there. It misses though. It's 0-1. 61 pitches in the top of the 4th with 2 down. So he's been working pretty efficiently. Some good starting efforts 2 nights in a row for the Yard Dogs. 1-0. That one letter high, called strike 1. Miguel Tejada Jr., son of former big league MVP Miguel Tejada. 1-1's cut on and missed, and Tejada Jr. is behind in the count, 1-2. Miguel Tejada spending time with Oakland, Baltimore, 2 seasons in Houston, the Padres, the Giants, and the Royals. 1-2. Tejada Jr. goes down swinging, and Sean Howell picks up his 5th strikeout of the night. Through the top of the 4th, Yard Dogs leading 1-0. Offense looking for more on the other side. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Braden Reynolds will lead off the bottom of the 4th for your Yard Dogs. 1-0 they lead over Meridian John David Toomey still on the mound for the Blues. It's Braden Reynolds, Jake Wiley, Jason Guerrero due up. First pitch on the outer half, called strike one. Reynolds flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. On the season, .310 average for Reynolds. He scolds this one to third base. Good play by McMillan over at third. Took his time and makes a good throw over to first base in time to retire. Reynolds one down in the bottom of the fourth.
Of the Meridian Yard Dogs, number 6, Jake Wiley.
Now Jake Wiley, second baseman, reached on an error, stole 2 bases, later scored the one and only run in this one so far for the Yard Dogs. Wiley up there in terms of batting average in the MAL. First pitch missed inside for ball one. Wiley 6th in the league. Coming into this one with that .368 batting average, .478 on base, .579 slug. He's got a home run and a double to his name this year. 2-0 bounces in there, 3 balls, no strikes. John David Toomey has been good for Meridian. Has not actually allowed a hit yet as the 3-0 lands in there for a called strike one.
Yeah, I've got him at 45 pitches right now.
Even more efficient than Sean Howell, his counterpart. 3-1, just off the plate away, ball 4. So Wiley, 1 out base runner for the Yard Dogs here. He reaches base for the second time tonight.
Up next for your Yard Dogs, number 30, Jason Guerrero.
Jason Guerrero now, the speedster. Fouled out his first time up. Leads the team in stolen bases. Grounds this one up the third baseline sharply, but foul.
Looking for Wiley to be aggressive once again on the base paths here.
Guerrero is 6th, tied for 6th, I should say, in the MAL in stolen bases. Little nubber off the end of the bat. John David Toomey fields off the mound. He had to lay out for that one. He's able to get Guerrero over at first, but it's a productive out as Jake Wiley moves up to second base. Did Toomey slip, or did he have to dive for that one? Because he hit the deck, but still able to make the play.
It looked like somewhat of a slip, but an athletic slip.
Yeah, there you go.
If you would
I'll
say.
take it. So Josue Encarnacion will stand in now. He got hit by a pitch in the second inning, stole a base.
We also found out it's his birthday today.
Well, happy birthday. He's looking for that base knock. This might be it as it's sent deep to left field, but it's just going to hold up enough for Tejada Jr. to settle under it and put it away. 1 out base runner is all the Yard Dogs can muster as we go to the 5th. 1-0 Bryan over Meridian. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. fifth, 1-0 Yard Dogs lead the Blues, as it'll be 7, 8, 9 due up. Cody Whitlock, Ryan Brunettes, and Isaiah Charles. Whitlock tonight 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Still facing Sean Howell, who has been excellent for the Yard Dogs so far. No runs, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts so far. Swings at the first pitch does Whitlock and fouls it back for strike 1. A 1, slider down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. About an hour into this ball game when we're already in the top of the 5th. Well-pitched ball game on both sides. John David Toomey, Sean Howell dealing.
A couple of good defensive plays in the infield and outfield as well.
Absolutely. Two 1. Swung on and miss. Little slider gets a chase from Cody Whitlock. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Howell's 2-2. Fouled off the end of the bat. Two breaking ball in there, called strike 3. 6th punch out for Sean Howell tonight. And there's 1 down in the 5th inning.
Number 15, Bryan Yard.
Having a stellar night on the mound.
Ryan Brunettes to the plate. He's a strikeout victim. 0 for 1 tonight. Here's the first pitch in this righty-righty matchup. Breaking ball in on the hands, gets fouled up and out of play for strike 1. A 1. Chin music there as Brunettes backs out of it. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lands a breaking ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One, 2, called strike 3. 3 straight punch outs going back to the top of the 4th inning. And that's strikeout number 7 for Sean Howell. He's rolling here.
74 pitches and 50 strikes so far for him.
Isaiah Charles will dig in. 0 for 1 with the strikeout tonight. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch, line into center field. Bailey will be all over it. As he ranges to his right, puts it away for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Sean Howell as we go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. 1-0 Yard Dogs lead over the Blues. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Luis de la Cueva will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. We're halfway home out of Travis Field on a Sunday night. Nick Savage, Will Fain with you here on the Bryan Yard Dog YouTube channel. 1-0 Yard Dogs over the Blues as the first pitch is in there. Called strike 1 to Luis de la Cueva, catcher for Bryan. Leads things off here. He flew out to left field his first time up. Still facing John David Toomey, who's pitching a good game so far, and he's going to get another fly out here to left as that one's put away by Tejada Jr. for out number 1. And Nicholas Brainerd. Bottom of the order for Bryan. Lefty-righty matchup here as Brainerd lines the first one he sees into left field. Will it hang up? No, it will not. It falls in front of Tejada Jr. for a base hit. So 1 out base runner for the Yard Dogs, and that was the first hit of the game for Bryan here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They scored that run earlier in the 2nd after Jake Wiley reached on an error. He stole 2nd and 3rd and scored on a wild pitch. It's a 1-0 count here to Tristan Menchaca, back to the top of the order for the Yard Dogs. Menchaca 0 for 2 tonight, flew out to right and left, and he might fly out to left once again. It's a long run for Tejada Jr., and it's foul. He can't get to it. So Menchaca lives to see another day here.
We've been able to watch some good baseball these last 2 games.
Yard Dogs offense woke up last night, scored 9 runs in the 9-5 win over Meridian. This one's chopped off the plate, left side of the infield. McMillan, the third baseman, has no play. They might have Brainerd hung up at third base. He'll take third, and he's going to try to score. Ball trickles to the bullpen. Here's the throw home, and it's offline. And Nicholas Brainerd legs out a run. Slow chopper off the end of the bat to the left side for Menchaca. Brainerd read that no one was covering third, so he just rounded second and went straight to third base. John David Toomey, the pitcher, tried to get over to cover. The throw was offline. It trickled into foul territory and left. And Nicholas Brainerd with the read hustles home and scores to make it 2-0 Bryan. Menchaca reaching on the infield single. He now runs at second. And now Landon Bailey at the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. What a wacky play that was.
But it's a good way to manufacture runs.
Not exactly how you draw it up, but again, Bryan will take it all day. This one's lined sharply into left field for a base hit. Menchaca will get the stop sign by Coach Byington, and they might have Bailey hung up after he rounded first, 2 wide. Here's the flip. They got him in a rundown. They'll tag him out. Now they have Menchaca hung up in between home and third, and they will not tag him out. He missed the tag by Whitlock. The juke move works, and it's 3-0. And here comes Mickey Callaway. And he's going to argue he's outside the baseline. Yeah, he's going to say he's all the way in the infield grass, and he's out. As he gives Arian Dodds a piece of his mind. And he will at least get a conversation between the umpires. Arian Dodds and Neil Sanger will come together, and we'll see if they'll rule Menchaca out of the baseline. If not, it's 3-0. They're going to call him safe. And here comes Mickey Calloway out of the dugout. And he tells his squad, you can run wherever you want. So Menchaca scores. Landon Bailey will get an RBI and a base hit, but he's out after he rounds first way too wide and gets thrown out there. Tristan Menchaca scores once again, and it's 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Two really unorthodox way to score a run in the bottom of the fifth, but the Yard Dogs take advantage, and it's 3-0 with 2 down, nobody on. Aubrey Reed at the plate.
You've got to give credit to the runners here as just paying attention and being able to take advantage.
Well, really, I'll say Landon Bailey made a mistake over at first base. He rounded and was halfway in between first and second and was picked off basically when that ball came back on the infield. The left side had it. Either it was Coleman or McMillan who noticed it, threw it to first. They got him in a rundown. That allowed Menchaca to try to score, and with the swim move, he does. 3-1 count now to Aubrey Reed. And a very displeased Mickey Calloway down in the first base coach's box. 3-1, check swing foul. It's a full count here to Aubrey Reed.
So I guess we'll see how they decide to run the base paths here in the top of the sixth.
Mickey Calloway, when he was the New York Mets manager, was ejected 6 times. So he knows how to get his money worth. He was respectful there, nothing outlandish.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
I enjoyed the you can run wherever you want comment once he didn't get his way on the call. That's funny. So hit by pitch there. Aubrey Reed runs over at first. Braden Reynolds will bat now. Got to be a frustrating inning for, oh, they just threw Mickey Calloway out of the game. They just threw him out of the game, and I think it's because he rolled a ball back to the Yard Dog dugout, and Mickey Calloway is going to let Neil Sanger have it over by that first base dugout. I'm going to side with Coach Calloway here. I think he was honestly just trying to give the baseball back, and I guess Sanger didn't like the mannerisms, so Calloway will have to leave the field. He is done for the night. And into the box, like I mentioned, is Braden Reynolds. 0 for 2 tonight.
I mean, he just rolled it over there. He didn't throw it hard or anything.
Toomey's first pitch here. In there, called strike 1. So 6 times in the major leagues, 1 time in the MAL.
Now, which do you think is more impressive to get thrown out of?
I'd have to go back and look. Pick over to first. Back in safely is Aubrey Reed. This one lined deep to left field, but it's going to go foul. Braden Reynolds dropped the head on that one. Just a little out in front. Still 2 outs in the inning. 0-2 count now to Braden Reynolds. Looping breaking ball lands in there. Called.
Ball 1.
Ball.
Oof.
So 1-2 count now. That one must have missed the zone high. Looked like a good pitch from up here, but not much going the way of the Blues in this inning. This one's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Reynolds.
Foul ball presented by First Financial Bank.
64 pitches for Toomey. Left-hander set from the first base side of the rubber at the belt. 1-2. Popped, foul territory. Whitlock and Toomey give it a look, but it's on top of the overhang here behind home plate. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-out Nicholas Brainerd single is how all this started. Tristan Menchaca then singled. Landon Bailey, RBI single, but was backpicked after he took a wide turn around first. This one's lined to second, and a diving stab by Christian, as that was out number 3, was it not?
Well, the first baseman dropped it.
Now batting number 6, Jake Wiley.
Gotcha. Now, Jake Wiley stands in. My apologies there. Second baseman did not catch it. This one's lined down the right field line, and this will score a few more runs. Brunettes picks it out of the right field corner, and coming in to score is Aubrey Reed to make it 4-0 Yard Dogs here in the bottom of the 5th. RBI double for Jake Wiley. He's had a good day. He's reached base 3 times tonight.
Up next in the Yard Dogs, number 30, Jason Guerrero.
Now Jason Guerrero bats now.
The speedster.
0 for 2 tonight, a foul out and a ground out. Toomey just trying to get out of this inning. This one lined back up the middle, and that's a base hit. This is going to score 2. Coming in is Reynolds. Right behind him, Jake Wiley. 6-0, bottom of the 5th. 5 spot here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Replicating what they did last night. There's been an arm in the Meridian bullpen for most of this inning. Still getting warm, but they're going to let John David Toomey keep going here. He'll face Josue Encarnacion. 0 for 1 tonight. He was hit by pitch in the second. Flew out to left his last time up. Also has a stolen base tonight. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch here. In at the letters, called strike 1. Oh, one's fouled back. Now John David Toomey a pitch away from working out of this inning, where he and his squad has struggled. Oh, 2 misses low. There's a stolen base for Guerrero. That'll be his 6th or 7th of the season. Move him up the leaderboard. One-two pitch. Taken low. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Encarnacion. Toomey's 2-2. Bounces in there, and there goes Guerrero. He will take third base on the pass ball. Five runs here in the bottom of the fifth inning to make it 6-0. Bryan. This one's line to the third baseman, McMillan. A leaping grab will retire the side, but not before the Yard Dogs can bring home 5 runs. They do so on 5 hits. An error committed by the Yard Dogs. They'll leave a man stranded over at third base. That'll do it. Going to 6-0, Bryan over Meridian. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Six nothing our score. Going to the top of the 6th. Long sit for Sean Howell, but he's back up and ready to rock against 1, 2, 3 due up for the Meridian Blues. Sandres Hernandez, Kieran Coleman, and Mason McMillan. First pitch to Hernandez was a pitch spiked in the dirt. It's 1-0. Hernandez 1 for 2 tonight. It's got a 1-1 count. Hernandez didn't like that strike call. 1-1's line back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Hernandez picks up his second knock of the evening. Leadoff man on for the Blues. The first time this ball game they've gotten the leadoff man on. And it will be Kieran Coleman, the shortstop, up next.
Only their second hit of the night as well.
Coleman walked, struck out. Bats with the runner over at first. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. Runner fakes. We'll head back to first base. Hernandez, 4 stolen bases on the year, so he is a threat to go. Pick over. Hernandez back in with the head first slide. Couple of arms loosening for the Yard Dogs, not throwing with any urgency. It's 2-0 here to Kieran Coleman. Up there in pitch count is Sean Howell, so that's why it's actually triple barrel action down there. It's only one throwing off the mound. This one's fouled off. 2-1. pick over once again. Hernandez back in safely. Been a well-pitched ball game up to this point, especially for Sean Howell on the winning side of things. Hasn't given up a run as he delivers the 2-1 home. Fastball with a lot of run, runs up and in to Coleman. He gets out of the way and goes to the backstop. De La Cueva tracks it down, and Hernandez will take second base on the wild pitch. Yard Dogs scored their first run of the game in the second as Jake Wiley reached on an error, stole a few bases, and came in to score on a wild pitch. 3-1 coming home here to Coleman. Cut on and miss, counts run full. And in the bottom of the fifth is where it all unraveled for John David Toomey and the Blues. 5 runs on 5 hits, an error. A manager ejected, a couple of rundowns. It was a wacky inning, but the Yard Dogs benefited with 5 runs as Kieran Coleman will draw a walk. There'll be 2 men on, nobody out for Mason McMillan.
I've got Sean here at 84 pitches, 55
So
being strikes.
Yeah, he's reaching the end of the rope here. We'll see how much leash he has. With that 6-run lead, he's going to have a chance to work out of it here. Double play would be amazing, as McMillan is 0 for 2 tonight. Takes a fastball in for ball 1. This one's lined foul.
Just a long strike.
I will even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here. In the top of the 6th inning, 6-0. Yard Dogs over the Blues. 1-1, slider down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Out of the stretch the entire time, Sean Howell. Long look in, finally comes set. From the third base side of the rubber, the 2-1 comes home, in on the hands, foul back. Takes the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was at the top of the net, Nick. I'm just saying, if the announcer curse would have bounced back there.
It's just not possible. There's just no way. There's no way a foul ball can be hit at that angle.
It looks like it could have looped in here.
It's not possible. Hate to burst your bubble. 2-2. Popped up, foul territory. Guerrero thinks he has room, trying to track it down, and it's about a foot on top of the Blues dugout. So the count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and 2 on for the Blues. Howell ready, comes home to McMillan. Line to the left side, could be 2. Flip to second for 1, back over to first. 6-4-3 double play. Just how you drew it up, Will.
I do love a good double play.
Up to the plate, number 28.
So just like that, 2 down, Hernandez over to third base, and Ryan Ratajczyk to the plate. Ratajczyk 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of ground outs. Takes strike 1 down the heart of the plate.
6-4-3 double play might be one of the prettiest things in baseball.
It was Menchaca to Wiley to Guerrero. 0-1 misses. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Long pause from Howell. Comes home. 1-1, foul ball on the check swing. That fastball had some run on it, and it comes up and in. thankfully caught the bat and not Ratajczyk. And they're going to talk about it. Argan Dodds and Neil Sanger will come together and talk things over. And they're going to call it a foul ball. So Ryan Ratajczyk has a 1-2 count, 2 down here. Sean Howell with 90 pitches trying to work out of it. One, 2 to Howell. From Howell, I should say. Fouled. So Ratajczyk stays alive here. Top of the 6th. 6-0 lead for Bryan. Trying to protect it. The 1-2 comes home. Cut on and miss. 8th strikeout for Sean Howell as he works through 6 shutout innings. What a start for Sean Howell. We go to the bottom of the 6th. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Bottom of the 6th, 6-0. Bryan leads Meridian, and it's Caden Soller, another southpaw for the Blues. John David Toomey done for the night. He goes 5 innings, allows 6 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. As Soller, like I mentioned, another left-hander comes in with a 7.94 ERA, 0-2 record. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Struggles with the walk, 15 walks to 8 strikeouts. As he will be facing Luis De La Cueva to lead things off here. He'll take ball 1 up and away. 1-0 our count. De La Cueva 0 for 2 tonight. Flown out to a left field a couple times. Two 2-0 now to De La Cueva. Three 3-0 now as Soller has missed with 3 straight. He's at Meridian Community College. Lands the 3-0 with the auto take. It's 3-1. That one, good looping breaking ball in there, called strike 2. The counts run full here in the bottom of the 6th. Soller set at the belt, works from the first base side of the rubber. 3-2, just off the plate away for ball 4. So De La Cueva draws a leadoff walk. And runs down at first for Nicholas Brainerd.
Left fielder number 13, Nicholas Brainerd.
Brainerd 1 for 2 today with a run scored. First look at Soller here as he will fire in a strike to start off Bryan's left fielder.
Always good to get the leadoff base runner on.
Oh, 1 in there, called strike 2. Yard Dogs 6-8, Meridian 6-8 coming into this one today. Bryan third in the MAL standings. Pick over to De La Cueva at first. He's back in with the head first slide. Bryan's 5-5 in their last 10. Meridian 3-7.
Just starting to hit a little stride here.
Didn't come out of the gate too hot, but have found their way last couple ball games as Brainerd gets tied up with that breaking ball. He swings and misses, and he's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tristan Menchaca now, leadoff hitter for Bryan. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and a run score that came last inning in the 5th. That one almost runs in and gets Menchaca. He's out of the way. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Menchaca out of West Texas A&M. Calls Burleson, Texas home. Transferred to West Texas A&M from Clarendon College. 2-0. Breaking ball on the outer edge, called strike 1. Two one's another sweeper that misses. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Bryan shortstop. Another arm loosening down in the Meridian bullpen, nothing too urgent. 3-1, misses down low, ball 4. Second walk issued this inning by Soller, and that will put 2 men on, 1 out for Landon Bailey.
Our next 3 Yard Dogs, center fielder number 25, from Angelina College, Landon Bailey.
Here's Landon Bailey, center fielder, 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the 5th. His RBI single kicked off the most controversial play of this game as the first pitch comes home, and it's swung on and missed. Not held on to by Whitlock. That'll allow the runners to move up 90 feet. De La Cueva to third, Menchaca to second. Bailey singled to left field. That moved a runner up to third base. And as Bailey was rounding first, he took a really wide turn, made it about halfway to second base when that ball came back into the infield. So they got him hung up in a rundown as the 0-1 lands in there for a called strike 2. They ended up tagging Bailey out, and as they did, the runner at third came home, got caught up in a rundown, but with a swim move. 0-2 to Bailey's poke to right. Brunet's on the run. He's not going to get there. That's going to bring home De La Cueva. Menchaca right behind him. And it's 8-0 Yard Dogs here after the Landon Bailey 2 RBI double. He's got 3 tonight. Ryan swinging the sticks in their past few ball games. Really clicking on the offensive side.
Which is a good time here with that long road trip coming up.
9 runs last night, 8 runs before that. As Aubrey Reed digs in, 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch, misses for ball 1.
Good to get some confidence as you're headed on the road.
Absolutely. One's in there, called strike 1 to Aubrey Reed. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. As we were talking about that play, the runner that tried to score, or was trying to score with a swim move, avoided a tag. The Blues were arguing he ran out of the baseline, but after a discussion between the umpires, they ruled he did not. Run counted. And after that, the deluge of runs was poured on. 5 came home in that inning, and Mickey Callaway, the field manager for the Blues, ended up getting ejected in the frame as well. And here we are on the bottom of the 6th. 2 more runs home. It's 8-0 and a 3-1 count to Aubrey Reed. Soller set. 3-1's in there, called strike 2. Reed tried to sell it.
Thought he had the walk.
So Reed will collect the bat after he tossed it to the third base dugout. Thought he had ball 4. Now he's got a full count with 1 down, 1 on. 2 runs home in the inning. 3-2 misses low, ball 4. Third walk issued by Soller. And there'll be 2 men on, 1 out for Braden Reynolds.
Up to the plate, number 8, your third baseman, Bryan Reynolds.
Reynolds 0 for 3 tonight. Has reached base and scored. He did so on an error. First pitch in there, called strike 1. A 1 shot down the first baseline, but foul.
I want to say he had what we thought was the line out to second, but then was dropped by
did,
the second
yeah.
baseman.
A play that threw me for a loop. Was already looking down at the scorebook, thought it was an L4, but ends up being an E4. Oh, 2 count here to Braden Reynolds. Here's a pitch lined sharply towards the Yard Dog bullpen. Oh, 2 on the outside corner, called strike 3. Good pitch there from Soller, and he is able to pick up his first or second strikeout of this outing, excuse me. As that's the second out of the inning. Jake Wiley bats with 2 down, 2 on, and an 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wiley 1 for 2 tonight. He scored 2 runs has an RBI, a double, 2 stolen bases. Like the stat line for the left-handed hitting second baseman. And that one's going to run up and get Wiley in the front shoulder. Bases will be loaded for the Yard Dogs, and Jason Guerrero will stroll to the plate. Wiley has reached base every time tonight.
Up next for your Yard Dogs, first baseman, number 30, Jason
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
1 for 3, RBI single and a stolen base his last time up.
Hit that right up the middle, if I recall.
Jason has a chance to put the Yard Dogs in double digits as he swings and misses at the first pitch. Be the first time since June the 3rd. Bryan put a 10 spot on the Oil Barons. This one's chopped off home plate. High hopper, but an easy play for McMillan with the bases loaded. He just steps on third to end the inning, and that will do it as the Yard Dogs plate 2 more in the frame, but leave the bases loaded. They lead 8-0 going to the 7th. This is Yard Dog Baseball right here on the Bryan Yard Dog YouTube channel.
Bryan Yard Dogs are proud to recognize Cancer on the Brain.
For both of us, Will, but Sean Howell back out onto the mound for the Yard Dogs. He's up there in pitch count, but has pitched to Jim up to this point. No runs, 2 hits through 6, and he's back out for the 7th. He fires home the first pitch to Jace Christian, and it misses down and away for ball 1.
That's going to be his 96th pitch on the day.
It's 8-0 in the top of the 7th. All Bryan over Meridian. 1-1 in there, called strike 1.
He's got a good lead to play with. So.
Absolutely, yeah. That's probably the idea behind it. Coach Byington sending him back out there. 1-1 misses down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a lot of these starters, where whatever programs they come from, don't really have pitching restrictions unless they're coming off injury or something like that. 2-1. Misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Some of these guys, like Sean Howell, he only made 2 appearances for West Texas A&M this season, so he's got some work to put in this summer, and that's why we still see him out there. 90-plus pitches on the docket. This one fouled up the third baseline. That'll run the count full. Jace Christian 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. Howell's payoff to Jace Christian. Line sharply foul. Another 3-2 on the way. line to right field. Here comes Encarnacion. He's got it lined up, no problem. For out number 1.
Up next for the Blues,
We'll bring up Miguel Tejada Jr.
Miguel Tejada Jr.
0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a strikeout. One of Howell's 8 tonight. First pitch on the outer half. Doesn't get the call, though. Looked like a good pitch.
I'd really like to see him get to double-digit strikeouts if he can.
I'd be willing to bet this is the last inning of work. So he'd have to retire Tejada Jr. and Whitlock via the punch out, and almost gets Tejada Jr. with the fastball up and in. He backs out of the way of it, thankfully. And it's 2-0. Two-two slider. Down and away, that one misses, and Tejada Jr. ahead here. 3 balls, no strikes. Three-0, grooved in there, called strike 1. Auto take on that. Sean Howell set. The 3-1 to Tejada Jr. on the way. Fastball fouled off. Count remains full, or count runs full, I should say. Eight nothing, top of the 7th. Meridian with only 2 hits. They've committed 2 errors as well. Bryan, the 8 runs with 8 hits. They have not committed an error tonight. 3-2, skied, foul. Will get up and out of play. Long pause, another payoff here from Howell to Tejada Jr., and that one is upstairs, ball 4. So Miguel Tejada Jr., 1-out base runner for the Blues. That'll bring to the plate Cody Whitlock, and time is called, and they will motion it to the bullpen, so that will do it for Sean Howell. Figured it was going to be a get me 3 more outs or the first base runner.
Right.
We're going to make the change, and that's exactly what they're going to do here, but what an effort from Sean Howell. We'll get you his line score after the pitching change, but he will leave to a round of applause here from the Bryan faithful. He makes it into the 7th with the shutout intact so far. We'll hit a break, get you the new pitcher on the other side. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Eli Edmiston is the new pitcher.
Cody Whitlock.
He'll face Cody Whitlock with one out, runner over at first here in the top of the 7th. 8-0 Bryan over Meridian. Righty-righty matchup here. We'll get you the numbers for Edmiston after this first pitch. It bounces in there, and there goes Tejada Jr. into second base. So runner in scoring position now with one out. Edmiston, 6'5", 230-pound right-hander, making his 5th appearance. He's got 5 2/3 innings pitch, inflated ERA 15.88, got a 3.35 whip, 7 strikeouts for him on the season. 1-0 delivery here to Whitlock is lined to left field. Brainerd on his horse. He'll not make the catch off of his glove, and that will allow Tejada Jr. to come in to score. So 8-1 on the error out in left field. It was a tough play by Brainerd. I mean, he was moving towards the corner as Ryan Brunettes will dig in. That allowed Cody Whitlock into second base. So now you can close the book on Sean Howell, and what an outing it was. First pitch in there to Brunettes for strike. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 109 total pitches. The 0-1 misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edmiston set at the belt from the center of the rubber. 1-1 popped foul up and out of play. So the first run home for the Blues in the ball game comes after an error out in left. Miguel Tejada Jr. scored it after he drew his 1-out walk. 1-2's fouled back. Ryan Brunettes will stay alive here. He struck out twice tonight. One, 2. Spiked in the dirt. Ball 2. And moving up to third base is Cody Whitlock. So runner over at third, 1 out. And a 2-2 count to Brunettes.
Not the time for some mistakes here.
Well, you do have a little bit of wiggle room, but you want to be aggressive since you have that big lead and not mess around too much. 2-2 misses. Counts run full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two. Swung on and missed. And Brunettes goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. There's 2 down in the inning. Way to battle back there from Eli Edmiston.
His first strikeout of the night.
Number 8, Isaiah.
Now Isaiah Charles will stroll in with 2 outs, top of the 7th. 8-1 our score. Runner over at third is Cody Whitlock. Charles swings and misses at the first pitch. He actually caught a piece and fouled it into the mitt of De La Cueva. Charles 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout and a line out. Charles holds up. 0-1 to 1-1. One run runs in and hits Isaiah Charles. So that will flip the lineup over. And there'll be runners at the corners for Sandres Hernandez. Hernandez 2 for 3 tonight.
Looks like it's a pinch hitter. Looks like that's number 18.
Indeed, it will be a pinch hitter.
Up to that, number 18, Chris Brock.
That'll be Chris Brock. Right fielder, he got the start last night for Meridian. Brock went 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored, as well as an RBI. It'll be a righty-righty matchup here. First pitch. Taken for ball 1. Runner goes, and he's going to swipe second base. Isaiah Charles, the stolen bag. First of the evening for Meridian. Runners at second and third now, and a 1-0 count to Sandres Hernandez. Brock on the year, appearing in his 7th game here, 133 average, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a stolen base. 1-0. Hit to the second baseman, Wiley Fields, on a couple hops. Throw pulls in Guerrero off of first, but he's able to adjust and step on the bag to end the inning, but not before Meridian gets their first run home of the ball game. They now trail 8-1. It's stretch time out at Travis Field. Come on back on the other side. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. New pitcher on the mound for Meridian. It's Brandon Ford. He'll take over for Caden Soller, who went an inning in relief, allowed a hit, 2 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. 8-1 our score in the bottom of the 7th. Josue Encarnacion will lead things off for the Yard Dogs. Josue swings and misses the first pitch for strike 1. New catcher behind the plate after Cody Whitlock, a few defensive changes actually. Grant Goodby Number 27 will enter behind the plate. Or is that a 21? That's still 21, isn't it?
I want to say you're right. It might be 27.
I'll just say it's still, I'll say it's Cody Whitlock back there, but I know we got a new outfielder as Sandres Hernandez was lifted for a pinch hitter, and that one runs in and gets Encarnacion. So there'll be a runner at first. Coach Byington will come down and check on Josue. He's good to go though. The leadoff man on for the Yard Dogs after the hit by pitch. Second time Josue has been hit today. Now Luis de la Cueva steps in. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts to left and a walk. Later scored a run. Righty-righty matchup here as Ford comes set. First pitch of this at bat misses low for ball 1. Sky is beginning to darken around Travis Field here. See if we can pull up a radar. Hopefully weather stays away.
We did get the lights on faster tonight than we did last night, though.
Lights are on. We're good to go. There was no delay last night either, so. One's popped foul. Whitlock gives it a look. But it's on top of the overhang. No rain in the area. We should be good to go. Finish this one out as the Yard Dogs lead 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody out. Runner at first. Josue picked off over at first base. Thought he had a good lead, but he gets picked off. So there's 1 out, no one on. And a 1-2 count to De La Cueva here. Ford winds and deals. Misses downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking over some college baseball scores. Teams starting to punch their tickets to Omaha. North Carolina defeats USC, walked them off actually in a winner-take-all game 3 to advance. Georgia defeats Mississippi State in extras to head to Omaha. Alabama leads St. John's in the top of the 8th. If they win that game, they are going to Omaha tonight. Oklahoma in front of Kansas 3-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. OU leads that series. Ball 4 as De La Cueva draws his 2nd walk of the night. Runner over at first, now 1 down for Nicholas Brainerd, left fielder for the Yard Dogs. 1 for 3 tonight. Does have a run scored as well. Texas leads Oregon 2-0 in the top of the 1st. If they hold on to that lead, they are going to Omaha. So we might be done with the super regional round tonight and have no game 3s tomorrow. First pitch is cut on and missed by Brainerd. He's behind 0-1.
It's quite a few SEC schools headed to Omaha.
So the field so far: West Virginia, Troy, North Carolina, Ole Miss, Georgia. And that is it so far, with Texas, Bama, and Oklahoma in line to advance if their scores hold. That would put 5 SEC teams in Omaha this year. I believe that would be a record. It's an 0-2 count here to Brainerd. Next pitch, lined into left field for a base hit. Nicholas got the bat started early and picks up a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 7th, puts 2 men on. The top of the order coming up, Tristan Menchaca to the plate.
Tristan Menchaca.
Righty-lefty matchup here. Forward set, first base side of the rubber, fires home. That one misses for ball 1. One-0 from Ford. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Menchaca tonight flew out in the first, flew out in the third, single and run scored in the 5th, walk and a run scored in the 6th. This one rolled over to the right side and it gets through the infield for a base hit. Here comes De La Cueva, throw home, cut off, and De La Cueva scores to make it 9-1. RBI single for Tristan Menchaca. Now we believe the run rule is in effect here. Never too sure. So now the run rule winning run is on base in the form of Tristan Menchaca over at first. Landon Bailey to the plate now. He's 2 for 4. Double, single, 3 RBIs tonight. Pick over to first. Back in safely is Menchaca. Brandon Ford set, first pitch, line back up the middle. Sounds like a broken bat, could be 2. To second for 1, back over to first. Not nearly in time as Nicholas Brainerd scores to make it 10-1. Menchaca thrown out at second on the fielder's choice. Landon Bailey runs at first now. And Aubrey Reed to the plate.
Up next for your Yard Dogs, number 7.
So 2 more runs home in this
Aubrey
inning.
Reed.
Feels a lot like last night, Will, where the Yard Dogs scored in 3 straight innings in the latter stages of the, or I guess middle part of the game, I should say. Yard Dogs have done the same here in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. First pitch to Reed gets away from Whitlock, and into second base goes Landon Bailey.
It's also 2 games now where your Yard Dogs have put up 5 runs in an inning, both being the 5th inning.
Gonna win a lot of ball games if you do that pretty regularly.
And with that last run, that's going to put the Yard Dogs at 10, so double digits here.
Another impressive offensive output for the home team. After this, they'll head on the road. Tuesday through Thursday series with Piney Woods, then weekend set with Fort Scott. 2-0 to 2-1 now as that one lands in there to Reed. Landon Bailey out at second. Two-1 to Reed. Fastball chopped off the plate. Going to be a tough play. Charging is McMillan. Throw on the run is in time to retire the side. So we will play on into the 8th inning. The Yard Dogs leading 10-1 as they get 2 more runs home here in the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. excuse me, new pinch hitter, I should say, for Meridian. It's Cooper Rupert grabbing a bat and hitting for Kieran Coleman to lead off the top of the 8th. It's 10-1 Yard Dogs over Meridian. Back up onto the mound is Eli Edmondson, and he fires home ball 1 to Rupert. Rupert got the start last night as this one's grounded to third. It's a fair ball. Rupert doesn't know it's a fair ball, and actually they'll call it foul. It might have been fouled off of Rupert. So we'll flip the call. Foul ball here. It'll be a 1-1 count. Coach Byington with a quick explanation out of the third base dugout. Edmondson with the 1-1 home to Rupert. He swings and misses, and he's behind 1-2. Rupert this season, 143 average, appearing in his 5th game here. Scored 3 runs, so he sends this one shallow right field. It is Wiley making the call and the catch in front of Encarnacion for out number 1. Mason McMillan now. Actually, another pinch hitter, yep.
Jorge Melendez.
Number 10, George Melendez.
Jorge Melendez bats for Mason McMillan. He will take ball 1. Jorge, another one that saw action last night as he has a 1-2 count here. This one sent over to Wiley once again. Busy 8th inning for him as he throws over to first for out number 2. This is Ryan Ratajczyk.
Now batting number 28, Ryan Ratajczyk.
0 for 3 tonight. First pitch misses up and in for ball 1. Yard Dogs looking for a 3-game win streak if this score holds. It would be their longest win streak of the season. It's a 1-2 count here to Ratajczyk. Edmondson trying to work a 1-2-3 top of the 8th. Pitch misses low, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As we said, you win this game and you get a great boost of confidence headed into this road stand.
2-2, fouled off the end of the bat. Meridian scored 1 run in the top of the 7th. That's their lone offensive output of the day. Bryan 1 in the 2nd, 5 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Score 2 more next for the bottom half of this inning. This ball game is over. 2-2, rolled over to short. It's Menchaca deep in the 6th hole. Throw is true. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Eli Edmondson. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 10-1, Bryan up over Meridian. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. ninth out of Travis Field. 10-1 our score. All Bryan over Meridian. Nick Savage, Will Fain with you here. As leading off the inning, Brandon Reynolds, first pitch swinging, pops it over to first. There's Brandon Ford, who makes the catch for out number 1. As the Blues have made a pitching change, it's Ryan Ratajczyk, the first baseman, in to pitch. Brandon Ford, who was on the mound, moves over to first. Isaiah Charles now plays second for Meridian. Cooper Rupert at short. It is Christian at third. Brunettes at in right. Tejada Jr. in center. And Jorge Melendez in left. Gonna have a pinch hitter here for the Yard Dogs for Jake Wiley. And I believe I heard it is Rylan Salyers. First pitch from Ratajczyk to Salyers in there, called strike 1. Salyers, 1 for 1 so far. Gonna have time called here as Ratajczyk was trying to fire home the 0-1 quickly. Umpire tells him to slow things down a bit. It's a 1-1 count here. As that one misses low. One to 1-2 as Ratajczyk lands that fastball on the outer half. 1-2, just off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Salyers out of Central Baptist College, hometown of Weatherford, Texas. Has a 2-2 count here against Ryan Ratajczyk. Here's the next offering. That one in there, called strike 3. Good pitch from Ratajczyk. There's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Up next for the Yard Dogs, number 30, Jason.
Now Jason Guerrero will stroll in. 1 for 4 tonight. Foul out in the 2nd, ground out in the 4th, single and an RBI in the 5th. Also stole a base and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 6th. It's a 1-0 count here as that one misses down and away. One 0 is low. Two 0s fouled into the mitt of Whitlock, and it's 2-1. Fort Scott still at the top of the MAL standings. They've had games rained out pretty much all weekend. They're still 8-0. Nacogdoches 7-4 on the year. They're in 2nd. Bryan 6-8. Meridian 6-8. Bryan with the tiebreaker there, so they sit in 3rd. Beaumont is 5-8. Piney Woods 4-8. That's your MAL standings update. 2-2 here to Guerrero. He swings and misses for strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Ratajczyk. As we go to the top of the 9th, the Blues down to their final 3 outs as the Yard Dogs lead 10-0.
Whether it's a party, meeting, or special event.
for the Yard Dogs as we go to the top of the ninth, 10-1. Bryan over Meridian. Blues down to their final 3 outs with a lot of work to do. Yard Dogs trying to go on a 3-game winning streak, clinch the series against Meridian right before they hit the road for an extended road stretch. Get off to a good start with a win here tonight. First pitch from Lynchfelt sent to the left side. It's Menchaca up with it over to first in time, and Jace Christian didn't give me a chance to introduce him before he grounds out for out number 1 in the top of the ninth. Will be a pinch hitter for Miguel Tejada Jr. Will be number 5 coming into the ball game. Ethan Russell will grab a bat and hit here.
Correction, number 5, Ethan Russell.
Russell listed as a pitcher, so he'll get a chance to hit. Home plate umpire adjusting the scorecard for Russell digs in. First pitch, Russell goes after it and fouls it off. I think this is just a pitcher getting a chance to hit here in a fun spot. He's up there with no batting gloves. Dugout erupted as soon as he fouled that one off. Let's hope I just want Lynchfelt to fire one in there and see what happens
Just
next.
to see if he can. It reminds me of that time in the SEC tournament with LSU.
Yeah.
He said, "Coach, I hit bombs in high school."
1-1's a fastball up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lynchfelt really cranking up the velocity here with that 9-run lead. Can afford to dial it back. Let's land some strikes. 2-1 on the way. This one fouled off. And that takes the count to 2-1. Or 2-2, excuse me. Long look in from Lynchfelt. First base side of the rubber. The righty deals. Fastball just off the plate away. And the count is full. 3-2, and it's a walk. Aiden Lynchfelt spikes the fastball, and Ethan Russell draws a 1-out walk here in the top of the ninth.
Number 21, Cody Whitlock.
That'll bring to the plate Cody Whitlock, the catcher. 0 for 3 tonight. Has reached base 1 time on an error. First pitch comes home. This one's skied into foul territory. Reynolds gives it a look. The third baseman over towards the Bryan dugout, but it's into the crowd. Fan made a nice play over there.
That's an out in my book.
No, this isn't that the rule in the banana
Bananas?
ball? If the fan catches a fly ball, it's an out.
I think so.
Not necessarily the rule here. 0-1 home. That one in the dirt.
Did you go when they played at Kyle Field?
I did not, no. I was calling high school baseball that night. High school playoff baseball. 1-1 delivery here to Whitlock. Spike down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gets a big swing and a miss out of Whitlock. And that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here in the top of the ninth. Blues down to their final 2 outs. Ethan Russell running over at first after his 1-out walk. 2-2. Fouled off. Only 5 walks issued so far by this Yard Dog pitching staff. So based off of that first homestand to now, What a turnaround.
Huge turnaround.
There goes Russell, gets a swing and a miss from Whitlock. He's down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. And Ethan Russell, the pitcher, has a walk and a stolen base. He runs out at second. And the Blues are down to their final out here as Ryan Brunette strolls in. First offer, upstairs, ball 1. Brunette's trying to avoid the golden sombrero. He struck out 3 times tonight.
It looked like Russell was wanting to steal 3rd as well.
1-0 misses low, 2 balls, no strikes as Lynchfelt has fallen behind, trying to close this one out. Two-0 squares up. Brunette's in the back, and he'll wear it. He'll stroll down to first.
That's going to sting.
Yeah, you could hear that one up here. So 2 men on, 2 outs. Isaiah Charles to the plate. DH turned second baseman.
Number 8, Isaiah Charles.
Closing out a ball game, never easy. Lynchfelt battling through here with that 9-run lead. Righty-lefty matchup here as Charles stands in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
Those final 3 outs are always the hardest.
Bryan needs 1 more here in the top of the 9th inning. Lynchfelt set at the belt. Out of the stretch, show 1. Swing and a miss. And now the Blues down to their final strike. Yard Dogs looking for win number 7. Inching closer to 500. As Lynchfelt's ready. 0-2. Fastball high and away. Looking for the chase, doesn't get it from Charles, and it's 1-2. One-two, popped up, shallow left field. It's Menchaca on the run, and he runs it down for the final out of the ball game. The Yard Dogs win 10-1 here on a Sunday night. They win the series from the Blues. Win number 7 on the year for Bryan. As we will hit a break, post-game show coming up next. Final score, Bryan 10, Meridian 1. Post-game show next. Season. Meridian falls to 6-9. Bryan did it with 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 8 men left on. Meridian 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, 8 men left on base. Sean Howell will get the win after going 6 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. He did so on 109 pitches. And John David Toomey gets the loss, 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts for him. As we welcome you in here to the post-game show, I'm Nick Savage. Will Fain with me as always. This closes out the quick 2-game homestand. Will sweep over Meridian as they win last night 9-5, win tonight 10-1, and a commanding home quick little stay here at Travis Field. Just some of your takeaways.
I think once again, story of the game's got to be your pitching and defense. I mean, to go 10 strikeouts as a staff for that pitching compared to the 5 walks, is that what we had? I mean, that is a
6 walks.
6 walks.
Or no, sorry,
turnaround.
yeah, 5 walks. You got it.
Complete turnaround from what we had in the last homestand.
That was Sean Howell, Eli Edmiston, and Aiden Lynchfelt going the distance for the Yard Dogs. Lynchfelt closes it out with 1 inning of relief, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. As the Yard Dogs, like you mentioned, will go on the road. 3 at Piney Woods from Tuesday to Thursday, 3 at Fort Scott from Friday to Sunday. They'll be at Beaumont from Tuesday the 16th to Thursday the 18th. And they will be back here at Travis Field on June 19th for a 3-game homestand against the Beaumont Oil Barons. So we hope you join us. And as always, Will, it was a lot of fun tonight as the Bryan Yard Dogs win their 7th game of the season, 10-1 over Meridian. We hope you join us later on this season on June 19th. Keep it posted to Bryan Yard Dogs Baseball on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. They got all your updates as the Yard Dogs hit the road. For Will Fain, I'm Nick Savage. Bryan wins 10-1 tonight on a Sunday. We'll catch you here back on June 19th. See you then.